Awake my heart, Jesus at home. He reclined in the house, Matthew 9:10, R.V. Marg. M-A-R-G. Often in the scriptures, there is a world in a word. In the color of an adjective, the tense of a verb, the turn of a preposition. So it is with this little phrase in the house. In the Greek, it is the usual idiom for at home, and it sends the mind roving in pleasant reverie. Jesus at home, yet it was not in his own house. It was the dwelling of Levi, the quizzling Jew who had become a tax collector for the hated Romans. Jesus at home there, but then he is somehow at home anywhere. He was a landman, yet he was so at home on the water that he could sleep amid the frantic storm. He was a rustic, yet he was at home in the city. He was at home amid the solitudes. Mark 1:35. Yet he was always genially at home among the crowds where the common people heard him gladly. 12:37. He was at home in the residence of the rich and never fawned there. He was at home in the dwelling of the poor with no artificial condescending. He was at home with the ones as willing to hear as to speak, and at home with groups as willing to serve as to lead. He seemed significantly at home, even at Caesar's judgment seat, where he stood bruised but disconcertingly dignified before the puzzled and ill at ease Pilate. John 18:33-38. He was at home in popularity and somehow at home in adversity. We say it with awe. He somehow seemed at home. Even on the cross, he himself said, "For this cause came I unto this hour." John 12:27. Yes, he was always at home, but why? It was because to him the Heavenly Father was everywhere. This world was a part of God's great home. Because God was everywhere, love and good purpose were everywhere. It was because he was so sensitive to this that he wept the more feelingly over human sin and blindness. To him, sin was not just a breaking of God's law, but a wounding of his heart. The Father was in everything, and thus even in Gethsemane, Jesus could say, "Not my will, but thine be done." Should not we Christians be like Jesus in this sense of at-homeness? To the skeptic, as someone has put it, this world may be no more than the empty eye socket of a dead deity. But to the Christian, the Heavenly Father should be everywhere. Long ago, a scornful emperor asked a Christian, "Where is God?" The Christian replied, "Where is he not?" Should we not be like Jesus in our at-homeness with people? Jesus was holy, harmless, undefiled, and separate from sinners. Hebrews 7:26. Yet he was the best mixer who ever lived. And should we not be like Jesus in this too? Mixer, who ever lived, and should we not be like Jesus in this too? That no one ever called on him and found the notice not at home. My Heavenly Father is so real wherever now I roam, that always everywhere I feel his universe is home. Yes, like Jesus, let us always feel at home in our Father's universe and always be at home to human need.